It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Bullpen Battle League versus Queen of the Ring. Civil War. Pay-per-view on rapgrid.com.
What up? So, just so y'all know, it's not a fluke. All right, we still are gonna fight after this, but it's not gonna be on camera.
What's up, y'all? It's Direct Rap Grid. I'm here once again. All right, so quick recap. Day 1, King of the Dots Blackout 7. Yo, this shit was nothing like I thought. I did not predict none of these matchups. My prediction, Blackout, King of the Dots skills are invalid. I apologize if you believe some of them battles that I predicted. Well, at least you know I ain't know the battles for real. All right, so let's get into it real quick because there was a couple dope battles on this card. Now, the first battle that came up was Jeffrey and Aftershock. To be honest with y'all, I thought Jeffrey was going to do a lot better. I thought both of them was going to do better. You know, I thought Jeffrey was a budding star. It seems like he's not really elevating his performance and his crowd control to where I thought he would be able to. It seems like he's a lot better in a small room. Yeah, I don't think it really made for the best matchup, but I had Aftershock winning. I might have said 3-0, not just based off of bars, but based off the fact that Jeffrey was not connecting with the crowd at all. He was kind of rapping low. Yeah, so I had Aftershock winning that battle. Then we had a surprise battle that I did not think was going down at all. DNA versus A-Ward. Definitely candidate for battle of the night. It was dope, man. Like, DNA really came prepared. He even said in the post-battle interview that he felt like when he came to battle Ilmac, he wasn't really prepared. He had some stuff going on, so he owed the Canada crowd or the Toronto crowd one good performance. And it was dope, man. I think DNA kicked off the battle really good. He had a dope first round. It took A-Ward a little bit to warm up, and I think like a consistent theme throughout this battle was that even when A-Ward took off and all his lines were connecting and he had some really good lines, I think DNA did a better job of like looking at the crowd, making it a performance, and just making sure his lines connected with the crowd and he got a reaction out of people, which is, you know, a veteran move. He's been in so many battles. He knows how to do that in almost any situation. I saw some people saying DNA. I saw some people saying A-Ward. It was close, man. It's hard for me to call because I thought there was times where lyrically A-Ward was better, but everything DNA said at a certain point was connecting. So just let me know in the comments who you think won. Let's leave that one up to y'all. Then Sharon versus Averb was supposed to happen. Averb didn't show up. He said, well, Bishop said that it wasn't his fault. It was like a customs thing, something going on. But Sharon got drunk. He came up and he was talking that shit. You know, he came up on his day off. I mean, he was in New York putting in work. He came up on his day off. He's calling Averb all type of bitches and shit. Like, well, I mean, you know, Sharon's the god. He's the triple OG of Toronto. So when he speak, everybody's silent. So we already know what's going down with that. Chilla Jones and Joe 9. This battle makes complete sense, but I didn't see it coming. I feel like I should have been able to predict that one. I fucked that one up. Now, on first watch, I had to watch this one twice. On first watch, I felt like the crowd was sleeping on Chilla, and I didn't know whether they were just over the whole scheming thing or whether it was if Chilla's material that was that potent. You know, I was kind of confusing for me watching this battle the first time. So I watched it again, and this is what I have deduced. Jonai's first, he had like a small slip, but I don't think it was that effective. Chilla Jones definitely won the first round. Hands down, no debating. Now, second round, Jonai was good. I like some of his bars in this round. I think he had like an organ donor bar that was hot that a lot of people were retweeting and talking about online. So Chilla Jones goes second. And originally I had thought that Jonai won the second round. But one thing I noticed is that Chilla was really crisp and solid. And if you listen, he had a lot of lines that made sense and connected and were relevant to the battle in his second. But yo, Chilla Jones, it seemed like Chilla Jones had 3-minute rounds and Jonai had 45-second rounds. You know what I mean? So throughout this battle, a consistent theme was Chilla Jones is just hitting him with more effective material because he's putting out more shit. Like Jonai would have like a good 8, 9, 10 lines that really connected, and Chilla would have like 30 in every round. So I feel like a lot of the rounds were 2 minutes long for Blackout. I felt like Chilla's rounds was 3 and Jonai's was 45 seconds. I don't know, maybe a minute and a half, but it seemed like Jonai was going under the time. So Chilla Jones got the second because of that. Now the third, which I thought was both of their strongest rounds, Jonai said some shit, yo. He had like some performance bars and you know, that weren't as lyrically potent. And then he had a line where he was like, see how I sold them bitches like sex trafficking? That was one of my favorite lines at the event. I feel like it flew over everybody's head. People didn't really catch what he was doing there. I saw it. I see you, Jonai. That was hard to me. And then he had the Mario 3 line where I'm gonna fuck it up. What was it? Something in the back, something about how Mario 3, you know, when you get the raccoon tail and you run in the background and shit. Yeah, this shit was hard. Whatever he said, Jonai, I'm sorry, I forgot it. And you know, Chilla had some pre-written Mario stuff that he used like it was a rebuttal to set the crowd on fire in the third. And I think if you're gonna give a round to Jonai, it would be the third round. But it's kind of like the same thing. Like Chilla's third round was the strongest, and he went like a minute and a half longer than Jonai did. So I don't know. Like it feels weird saying 3-0 Chilla because I do think it was a good battle, especially in the second and third round. Maybe 2-1 Chilla if you want to give the third to Jonai. I don't know, but Chilla Jones definitely won. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay, now Cortez and Daylight. This is what I thought was gonna happen. Cortez was gonna go hard, and Daylight was gonna, don't do that, I'm in the Batmobile. Or he was gonna come dressed as a wall or something. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it was dope. Like Cortez's weakest round might have been his first, but it still wasn't like super weak. Daylight was rapping about GMOs and vegans and shit, but somehow the people was reacting to the lines. It was connecting. It was like Daylight's first 2 rounds, he went the very thoughtful route. And like we're still rapping about guns. I don't rap about guns no more. I don't want to rap about the environment I used to be in. And Cortez was kind of like, yes, he's falling into my trap. But I mean, it was a good battle. Like battle wise, obviously Cortez won if you watch the battle, because Daylight wasn't really battling. He was just rapping dope stuff about vegans and stuff. But Cortez was winning the battle. And then you go into the third round. Daylight had a line, like a "What would you do for a Klondike bar" line. There's, you know, he has one of these like sing-songy performed bars every single battle that sends the crowd into. It's like I'm a Little Teapot, but the remix. You know what I'm saying? What would you do for a Klondike bar? And Cortez third was nasty. It was. Y'all just gonna have to watch that. If you didn't get the pay-per-view yet, KOTDTV.com. Watch that battle, because it's really interesting. Like I said, Cortez obviously won, but there's some real potent shit in that battle. Like, I think it's gonna have great replay value. And I just think it was very good. And I think with the way Daylight attacked the battle, like if you're a Daylight fan, or if you're one of the people to be like, you have to really think about what he was saying. You might try to be like, oh, Daylight won if you really listen, but no, Cortez won, but it was a good battle. And the last battle is Dizaster and Serius Jones. Now, I wanted to watch this battle over again, but so I could give a real deep, thoughtful assessment. But it's not the pay-per-view stream. I guess it's not up yet. It might be up now or whatever, but I couldn't watch it on my computer. A lot of people online are saying Serius Jones 3-0 or 2-1. I see a lot of people saying this. And the crazy thing about that to me is that I feel like Serius Jones isn't the most beloved person in battle rap right now, by a lot of the crowd. So for them to say that, it's like you either have to hate Dizaster or you really think Serius Jones won, right? So first round, I believe Dizaster went first. Dizaster went first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dizaster went first. He started off destroying. He bodied Jerome out the gate. He bodied Jerome, and then he started getting into some good material. And I guess Serius was just like moving funny, tried to fuck Dizaster up or whatever. And like Dizaster lost his composure and was basically like, "Yo, you fucked me up, go." But he was kind of, he didn't choke, but you could tell his thoughts were all over the place for like a minute as he was rapping. He had a good minute, maybe a little longer, of like just discombobulation. So I give the first round to Serius because Dizaster had a lot of material on Sharon, and then when he was starting to get at Serius, he just got discombobulated. But what he did get out was pretty good. Serius was solid in the first, so I gave the first round to Serius. Now, second round, which I think was probably the best round of the battle. I actually thought if you listen, Serius said a lot of potent shit in that round. And Dizaster, man, like, he was cooking. But I guess Serius had a line where he was like, kept going. He was like, Dizaster, why do you do this when you battle? You look like you're playing the saxophone. So while Dizaster was rapping, Serius was doing this. And Dizaster just got mad and he started like poking him in the chest, like, yo, you motherfucker, da 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 da, like while he was rapping. And then you did this, you little pussy. And Serius was like, bruh, don't touch me. And, you know, the shit got kind of out of hand. So it made it awkward, even though it made like the tension rise, and on the WWF shit was at an all-time high. It made the round kind of weird. So I think if you're gonna give Dizaster a round, definitely it's the second round. I really like Dizaster's second round. I think Dizaster won the second round, to be honest with y'all. Some people are gonna disagree, but I think Dizaster won the second round. Mind you, this is our first watch. I have to watch it again. And the third round, Dizaster was like, I know a dude that took one of your chicks, and he brought a dude out from the crowd, and the dude was like, yeah, I got you for your hoe, Serius. And Serius kind of bodied that. He was like, you could have got a better dude than him. And yeah, Dizaster's third round wasn't really cohesive, but I guess he got it out. And the dude coming up on the stage, and he tried to say something to Serius, and then Head Ice got behind Serius, and the Wolves united and shit. And it was just, it's like you thought there may be an altercation, but there wasn't. And Serius seemed like in his third round, like he just cruised to victory. Like he did a long freestyle about how dudes try to bring up like pimp shit or whatever, or they try to bring up hoes from the past and bring dudes on stage. Like he had to respond to what Dizaster did. Then I felt like he got into some solid bars. But yeah, the battle was a little awkward. I don't know, man. It was a strange battle, but it had some really dope moments. And honestly, I feel like it's a Serius Jones 2-1. Some people might say Dizaster 2-1. Some people might want to give Dizaster the first two rounds. But I don't know. I call it 2-1 Serius. So yeah, I guess performance of the night. Who would I give the performance of the night to? That man, Cortez third round was tough, bro. I like what Cortez came with, yo. I think Cortez has some of the best performances in King of the Dot history, man. Cortez, bro, that third round was fire if you're watching this. I might say Cortez or DNA. You could give it to A-Ward, but I'm going with Cortez. The best battle? I'm gonna say DNA and A-Ward. DNA and A-Ward. I like that. And The best line, man. I give the best line to Jonah for that shit he said about the organ donor shit and the Super Mario shit, man. The Super Mario 3 shit. There's something behind the scenes, something. I'll fuck it up, my bad, Jonah, but that Mario shit was hard. So yeah, day 2 is tonight. I'm gonna be tuned in. We also gonna be doing a free pay-per-view on rapgrid.com tonight around 8 or 9. All you gotta do is log in, stay tuned. You know what I mean? If you watching Blackout and you just want to flip back and forth or whatever, that's cool. We testing pay-per-view stuff to make sure it's right. We got Queen of the Ring bowling coming up soon and all that. So yeah, stay tuned. Salute to King of the Dot. First day was good. I know the second day will be even better. Oh yeah, and I hope Marvin Quest do the 2-on-2 with Cheddar Cheese and Carter Deems. Like, I really hope that's a thing, and I didn't just make up that battle for no reason. I hope that's the battle. That'd be fire. Peace.